It is a very different scene here in Sylvan Park today versus just yesterday afternoon. You can see this white paint here is covering those hate-filled messages that were here, including swastikas and racial slurs. This is one of at least 3 incidents of anti-Semitism in Nashville in just the past 8 months. Surveillance video capturing the moment vandals targeted a West Nashville neighborhood. Homeowner Kristen Broxma says she was leaving for church Sunday morning when she found her Ukrainian flag missing and 3 swastikas painted on her home.
Violated in a way and disgusted.
Hers is one of 6 homes in this area targeted by vandals. Neighbors spent Sunday afternoon scrubbing away the hateful messaging.
It's just sad that this sentiment is still alive and kicking today.
Sunday's vandalism, the 3rd time in 6 months, anti-Semitic messaging has spread in Nashville. In August, at least 40 neighbors in West End found these anti-Semitic flyers at their homes. And similar flyers circulated in East Nashville just last month.
It is getting worse, and it is distressing.
Barbara Dabb with the Jewish Federation of Nashville says they're seeing an uptick in anti-Semitism both in Nashville and nationally. The Anti-Defamation League reports anti-Semitic acts reached an all-time high in 2021 with more than 2,700 incidents reported nationally.
It is escalating. It appears that the people doing this are becoming bolder because there's not enough of an outcry, we believe, from leadership in this state.
The Jewish Federation is calling on leaders like Governor Bill Lee to denounce these acts, and they're advocating for more education surrounding anti-Semitism. Fox 17 News reached out to Governor Lee for a comment, but we did not hear back by deadline. Nashville Mayor John Cooper commented on social media, tweeting, quote, "We will not tolerate anti-Semitism or discrimination of any kind in our city."
This is not the city nor the state that we live in. We're stronger than this message that they put on our walls.
We begin tonight with team coverage of a hate crime investigation impacting multiple families in Nashville. Take a look at this ring cam video taken at about 1:30 this morning. Now you could see one of at least 2 white men with their faces covered at a home in the Sylvan Park neighborhood. Now one suspect spray paints the doorbell camera first, and then you could see him there ripping down a flag hanging from the porch. 5 homes were spray painted with swastikas and other hate messages. And here's a closer look at the home that you just saw on that ring cam video. 3 swastikas were spray painted on the front of that house. The flag that was taken down was a Ukrainian flag, as they have many friends in the country now under attack. Fox 17 News spoke exclusively to the family who lives there. Kristen Broxma says that she and her family were on their way to church when they first saw the flagrant vandalism plastered across their home.
When we walked out onto the porch and I realized what it was, I mean, I was so taken aback. You know, at first it was just really shocking, and then it sunk in what it was, and I won't lie, I was definitely afraid. Just amazing that sentiment is still alive today.
The family called police, but Kristen says she was uplifted by the immediate outpouring of support from her community.
I will tell you what I learned from it is that as much hatred as there is out there, I was so overwhelmed by the amount of support that we got from people that we didn't even know who offered to come and help us clean up.
And with the help of those neighbors, the family got the graffiti removed within just a few hours.
It's frightening, it's outrageous, it's horrifying.
Now, as soon as people in the area saw what happened when they were sleeping that night, they quickly organized a cleanup effort this morning to show their support. Fox 17 News' Peyton Muse is joining us in studio now. She just spoke with neighbors who, Peyton, you say told you wanted to make sure that everyone knows hate will not be tolerated in their community.
Kelly, that's right. Neighbors tell me this attack on their community is disgusting and terrifying, and they want to make sure the families affected feel supported.
Neighbors and friends joining together to erase the hate spread across the Sylvan Park neighborhood. Oscar Anderson and his wife say they were notified by police Sunday morning.
I walked out with them thinking they had just used graffiti or something, a tag, a sign. not knowing that it was going to be the kind of hate language and symbols that they used. It was very shocking.
Even young children scrubbing the bias messages spray painted on this home. One of 5 tagged across multiple streets, including swastikas and the words white power.
It just kind of reassures us that this is the neighborhood we think it is, and this is the neighborhood that doesn't accept nor believe in the messages that we received.
Neighbors like Catherine Furbish setting an example to counter hostility with actions of love and peace.
If there is any bright side to this, it is that we get to show our children the hate that is out there, like actually drawn up on a wall today, and how we can do something about it.
The owner of the home vandalized tells me this type of rhetoric must never be accepted, and the biased vandals held accountable.
This is not the city nor the state that we live in. We're stronger than this message that they put on our walls.
Barbara Dabb with the Jewish Federation of Nashville says many communities continue to be targets of bigotry.
It goes a lot deeper than just one image. This is a culture, this is a group that wants to create hate, spread hate, foment fear among people.
The Sylvan Park community banding together to refuse to accept those messages of hate and intimidation.